Hey guys, Airdy here, and I'm here to talk about my experience at Quakecon. And this is the first con I've ever done, so it was a very exciting experience, and I actually have some written written version of this that was done on the day of being there. So I'll put a link down to those in the description if you want to read them. They have these pictures in them that I'm going to show you here. There is no day one. Extremely exhausted. So let's just go through that real quick. So as some of you might know, I live in Arkansas, and so to get to Dallas was quite a long journey. Not quite as long as some of the other people there, but quite a few of them flew. Which also, quick fact, is something I've never done. Never been in a plane or on a train, or a boat. Nothing more than like a lake boat, like speedboat and stuff like that. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. So to get there, when it opened on Thursday, me, Cad, my brother, and Dak, the gamer, Josh, all carpooled in Dak's car, Josh's car, and went down there. My brother drove most of the thing. In the end, it was a 12 or 11-hour car trip down. We left at 10:30 on Wednesday night to get there at 9 o'clock on, excusing the stops, by 9 o'clock on Thursday morning. The car trip was nothing spectacular. We had a decent amount of room, but my brother drove I think probably 9 of the 11 hours. He never slept. I think he slept for maybe 15 minutes that day, so he was exhausted. While Josh had worked, he'd been up since 5 o'clock on Wednesday morning, and so he slept like 7 hours of the trip. I am not very good at sleeping like that in a car. I closed my eyes for about 45 minutes because I didn't have my pillow, because Josh had it, because he did not bring one, the fool. And then even when I did get my pillow back, I only slept for like 45 minutes, because sleeping in a car is not very good. So basically the gist of it, by the time we got there, we were, pretty hyped. We were basically running on the hype that because this is all our first con. We've never been to anything like this. But, so we get there, and wait in line for like an hour and a half just for them to open. Well, it was like 45 minutes. I don't know what I'm talking about. The parking was just packed. Every day there, it was just packed. They had overflow lots, and even those would overflow, and we had some people almost either did or almost got their cars towed because they were parking. There was so little parking. It was held at this fancy hotel, the Hotel Anatole in Dallas, Texas, and you could stay there if you felt like it for only $180 a night. We did not, because we're all broke. We just did general admission. So we get in there, finally get the line, start opening, start registering people, and my first tag, wristband tag, whatever you call the bracelets, whatever, was put on way too loose. So loose that I could just bend my thumb into my hand a little bit and just slide the thing straight off. So I went to try and readjust it. Stupid mistake. although it did work, ish. I broke the tab. I got it unsnapped because it's one of those like permalock, kind of like a zip tie kind of mechanic. I got it off fine, but then when I tried to snap it back on after fixing it, it broke. So now when I'm walking around the entire day with my hair bands on my wrist in a crisscross pattern to hold the tag on. So, a stupid mistake. But there was quite a few things in the large room. This room that held all this stuff. As you can see, it has a truck. This is a big truck in there, and this took up maybe, you could fit probably a good 20-25 trucks. The max capacity of the room was like 10,384. A lot of people. It is a massive room. And there is a lot of stuff in there. There was this Alienware truck, a NVIDIA booth. As you can see kind of right here, this guy's on a Vive. So they had Vives. This entire back area back here had laptops playing all different types of games, all Alienware stuff. They had they gave out Alienware bags if you took a picture, which is this, with the hashtag Alienware Live, and that's what I did. I posted it to Twitter. So I got a bag out of that, and BenQ was there. They had a booth. And PCU, Computer Power User magazine, was there. Talked to these guys for a good hour. Like, just this guy, me and him were just talking about mice, just about anything. And it was just great. What else? Went to some panels on the second day with a bunch of the id devs and tech specialists. This was about it was called Uncapped: The Power of Doom and Intech 6. It was a very interesting panel to sit through and listen. I took some notes on that. Then we went to the next one. Whoops, skipped too far ahead there. The next one, which was as you can see right here, creating worlds, and a discussion about bringing life into video games, movies, and books. And this had some writers and the creative directors of Doom and Dishonored 2, a couple voice actors, a movie actor, and it was a great one. Corey left about halfway through because he wasn't too interesting, which was shucks for him because it got really good on the second half. Basically, just shortly after he left, became a really good one. But those were in took up most of the day, most of the afternoon for the second one. You had the massive Trillo Stage, hold a ton of people there. They did both the annual welcome on Thursday, and after that, they were handing out T-shirts, codes for Elder Scrolls Online, and that's all they did on Thursday. You got the two of those just for attending the annual welcome. But the coolest part is you got to see both the Dishonored 2 trailer and gameplay for the Corvo missions. Playing a mission as Corvo. You got to see Prey and see its trailer. It was all around like that. That was great. What's currently on the screen right here is actually a documentary about last year's Quakecon. It was a great one. You had the huge BYOC room, kind of off. It went off of the room that had all the vendors and stuff, and you had tons of cool designs. I have a couple ones that I just thought were really cool. You can see here. Here's this one. Did I miss? I guess I put that in the wrong order. Whoops. Here's the picture. This is 2 sections. There are another 2 over here. But there's the Ultimate Action Center. You have just tons and tons of screens. Oh, I guess there was a phantom there. I went through and I counted all the phantoms. That's this computer case I have. And I was just counting. There actually weren't, surprising, over 2,000 computers there. And there was only like maybe 5 or so phantoms. Not that many. It was surprising. But you had a bunch of cool case designs. Here's one. This guy compacted his entire computer into this. This is an iPad display. An iPad screen that was cracked open, and he modified it to be able to run HDMI into it. So he has this itty bitty little display that he could, and he was thinking about it, is putting a panel in here and resting the screen on the inside, so you have an all-in-one computer right here. He has a forgot what the company is, but it's called the Poker keyboard. Really cool keyboard. I'm gonna have to look at getting one of those. If it was just a little bit shorter, he could have fit it under here and had this, basically packed all of his computer stuff into this tiny itty bitty little case. It was really cool to see that. And then you had just, the meme ones, like this one, with really old computer case, but then you have the dick butt right there, and it was just hilarious. You had a lot of cool designs. I don't actually have the pictures on. I didn't take the pictures off, but there's the winners of the case modding contest. They got insane. There was a BMO there. There was BFG from Doom. There's someone made a Nuka-Cola dispenser computer case, and then someone went all out and made a scale replica Nick Valentine computer case. And I thought it was really cool. And then I found out on that final night that it was a computer case, and that just blew my mind. It's already cool enough, but then he went and made it a computer case. It was just ridiculous that this thing, it was just, I don't know how you manage and have the skill to make something like that. But it was just mind-boggling. Let's see. Then played Strife there, a game I was aware of and thought was really cool. So being able to play that was awesome. This is a picture of my best run. Really, really fun game. I would definitely recommend that you play it when it comes out. 2017 is what early 2017 is what they're saying. But it was great. Devolver Digital had Shadow Warrior 2 there. You had a ton of vendors, just really cool vendors. You had a game called Dusk, which I will address in the next video. That's actually what I want to do, is I just want to talk about that game and my experience with the game and the developer. But we had a soundtrack guy. He has wrong picture. Here you can see the I did not put these in the right order. I feel stupid now. You have the group here. You had the event stage. They did a lot of they did mini games. This is where all the booths would have their own time. They had lip syncing battles, energy drink cold balls, and they had chugging contests there. Took part in that. Did not do very good. Made it about 3/4 of the can down, 16-ounce can down, and then my I gave up because I was out of breath. My throat was both freezing and burning at the same time. And it was a very odd feeling. You had the Doom Doom soundtrack in a metal remake. Actually, listened to that in the car on the way back. That was really cool. Not usually a metal person, but I definitely will listen to this some more. It was signed by the guy, so that was definitely really amazing part about that is it was absolutely free. But then we had the Quake Finals on Saturdays. Between that, I mean, that covers most of the stuff. Beyond that, they had an entire just 3 tables of candy back there to eat during the Quake Finals. And they also had bins full of Balls energy drink, and you could just go back and get some of that. Even though it was the sugar free, it's still really good. But we had Quake. They played 2 games of Quake. I think the original Quake, or I don't know. It wasn't very interesting. It was a team deathmatch. It wasn't very interesting. What was the interesting part was when they got to the Quake Live Finals, 1v1 between Evil and Rafa, and that was just. I and my brother are not very energetic people in large groups. Do I have another picture of? No, I think that's all. That's the last one I have because it's the alien werewolf will be next one. Yeah, but we were both just. When it got into 9 overtimes, we were just everything was down the wire. We both freaked out at. I believe Rafa was winning 3-1, and Evil. If it wasn't Rafa winning, then it was Evil winning. But I mean, if you don't watch it, it's on Twitch. Along with the finals to the lip syncing battle, you can watch that. That's at 1 hour and 32 minutes. 1 hour and 32 minutes. Also before that is the PC modding. I think the thing actually starts at about an hour-ish. And we had to wait. They were actually late when letting us in for this. A good 45 minutes late. It was not sure when it happened there. But they it was just Evil. Basically, what happened is either Rafa or Evil. One of them was winning, and the other had 20 seconds before the game ended. Got a kill. Went hunting down to get this last kill to tie the game. 9 minutes and 58 seconds. 2 seconds before the game would have ended. Gets the kill. And leads into the game. Going into, I believe it was that game. If not that one, then the next one. Leading into 9 overtimes. If you don't have a quick line, it works. It's just fast-paced 1v1. It's just fast-paced run-and-gun game. These guys, their skill it's so ridiculous. Like, they would know exactly where the other person would go just by a glimpse. You'd see them halfway across the map and know exactly which way he was going, what he was going to do. It was like watching a game of chess, but much faster paced, more energy. It was just watching pro players at work is just ridiculous, especially in this game. It was just amazing. But anyway, 9 overtimes is at 10 minutes. If the score is tied, then the game goes into overtime, which adds 120 seconds. They did that 9 times. It was ridiculous. It was like a lot of times it was either they stayed tied or they got a kill and someone killed towards the last second. It was, and then after that they had a bunch, five on each team. They have 10 pro players play Quake Champions. You can't watch that on the live stream. You had to be there to watch that. That was, I don't know what to think of that. That's very, I don't know. It's a very, very interesting game. I'm not sure. Depends. I'm not so pumped for it that if it costs money or it costs a lot of money. If it costs a lot of money, I probably won't play it. I'm not that hyped for it. But if it's, if it's free to play or, $5-10, which probably won't be. If it's either going to be free to play or $60, which means I won't play it. I won't care enough. As cool as it was, it's not my type of game. But that was my Quakecon experience. After this, we went home. We went back to the apartment we were staying at, and slept and left the next morning. But oh yeah, there was also Master Pancake Theater. That was hilarious. Watched 50 Shades of Grey, which, if you don't know what Master Pancake Theater is, I didn't know what this was either, but it was hilarious because it's 4 comedians commentating over a movie. Imagine just you and your friends making fun of a movie. That's basically what was going on. It's just, they would just sit there and commentate over the movie, and then about halfway through the movie, they stopped it, and they did a little, they did a skit. Well, not really. It wasn't a skit. It was improv. It was improv. Improv with one of the guys from the crowd named Harley. If you could magically find a picture of that or a video of that, it'd be hilarious. Because this guy had the perfect face for everything. That was one of the highlights of Quakecon. If I had to list highlights of Quakecon, it'd have to be talking with the Zowie guy, talking with the Dusk Dev, talking the Quake Finals, the Quake Live Finals, and Master Pancake Theater. Those would be my highlights, because that was just the best time. The plan is to go back again next year, so if you're gonna be there, let me know, and we'll try and meet up. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. If you didn't, you also know what to do. Subscribe for more like this. We'll be returning to normal games next week, Monday the 15th. Saturday's video will be my thoughts on the game, the solo game called Dusk. It was made by a single dev. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Till next time. Peace.